Hi, I'm Jarrett Sullivan.
And I'm Jess Ayers.
And welcome to Opening the Vault,
where we watch every Disney animated feature in chronological order.
This week, we have on our jammies, so we are in uniform to go to Neverland with Peter Pan!
Peter Pan!
Yeah!
Yay!
So Peter Pan is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think most people would agree with that.
Yep, I think a lot of people have seen it.
Everyone's ridden the ride at the Disney parks.
Yep, the ride is always 2 hours long.
Always.
I think it's been years since I actually watched Peter Pan.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I've seen it in my adulthood. I don't know if I've sat down to watch it in the time I've been an adult.
Yeah, I would say pre-teenage years for me, for sure. So we'll see if this holds up as we watch 1953's Peter Pan.
Watch him take on the most notorious, uproarious Disney villain of all.
Yep, it's Hook, all right.
I touch you this time, Pan.
Barrels of fun for everyone, and you'll get treasures by the ton.
This is your last chance.
Okay.
All right.
Peter Pan.
We did it. I think as a kid I really liked it.
Yeah.
Because of the flying thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because just the image of them flying over London is, one, beautifully animated, and I actually forgot how beautiful this movie is.
Yeah, the London shots are beyond compare.
So pretty.
I originally thought, wow, they're really doing great work with light and shadow, and then, oh yeah, that's right, it's a part of the story. So of course they worked on it, but it's fantastic.
The very first thing I noticed in the movie that I didn't remember as a kid, but there's a narrator at the very, very beginning.
The narrator says something really interesting that I don't remember at all.
No.
Which is, this has all happened before, and it will all happen again. And I thought that was very odd. And then at the end, when they see Peter's boat, or it might be a cloud, it's hard to tell, Mr. Darling, comes around and is like, I remember this, and he has, recollections of Peter visiting when he was a boy, or it's sort of implied. So that was kind of interesting and unexpected. I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I don't remember loving Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was obnoxious and kind of spiteful. And going back and watching it again, I was like, yeah, you know what? She's a little bit on the vain side, because when she goes in with Peter into the nursery to look for his shadow, she looks at herself in a hand mirror and then seems totally shocked at the size of her hips, and then measures herself, and it was really weird. It always seemed weird to me that people were such big Tinkerbell fans, because Tinkerbell's not super nice in this movie.
No, she arranges Wendy's death from
Twice.
the beginning twice. Yeah.
She tries to kill Wendy twice. Another thing I also forgot was, how cute is Michael?
Crazy.
So cute.
He's got an adorable voice.
Come on, Nana.
Yeah.
Come on, Bear.
He's-
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Yeah. I really love the music in this movie. I think it's probably the best thing out of it.
Yeah.
There's so many hits. Second Star of the Right Around to Morning's great. You Can Fly is amazing. And those are Disney classics that are on every music collection
Yeah.
and play in the parks all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Just great. Peter's motivation for bringing the darling children to Neverland is completely selfish.
It is.
He's like, oh, we can have a mother who will tell stories about me. So let's go. And then she's like, well, let's bring my brother. She's like, oh. And they're like, well, we'll fight pirates. Okay, that's fine. You'll tell stories about me, though. So he's kind of a jerk.
He is a child.
Yeah, definitely arrogant and naive.
Right.
The mermaids try to kill Wendy, another
Poor
death
Wendy.
attempt. And they say, we're just trying to drown her. And Peter just laughs at that. And Wendy's like, let's go.
Another part I do remember from when I was a kid was when Michael grabs Tinkerbell and shakes her and dumps all the pixie dust on Nana so that Nana can go to Neverland with them, but Nana's been tied up in the backyard, so she's just floating there boo.
Yeah, she can't go.
And as a kid, that always, like, broke my heart. It always made me so sad. I was like, Nana wants to go too. And I was always really upset by that when I was little.
You know, something that you don't pick up on as kids either that really is, like, very obvious to us as adults is how, like, not okay the Native American Indian stereotype is.
Oh my goodness.
It's bad, and it's like a large part of this movie.
It's a huge chunk. I don't remember it being that long of a sequence.
No.
And I mean, it's broken up with other scenes, but wow.
Yeah. They sing a song called What Makes the Red Man Red.
Which I did remember. I remembered that, and I was like, yeah, that's...
If it wasn't insensitive at best, it would be a hit. It's a like catchy tune.
It is. The music is great.
And you could dance to it, but they're like, no.
The content is...
Like, Tiger Lily looks actually kind of
white.
normal, and yeah,
she
I guess...
kind of looks tan.
Yeah, she just looks kind of tan, I guess. But the rest of them are like crazy caricature, big noses, actual red.
Yeah, their
flesh
skin is literally
and-
red.
And they call them Redskins, and it's just like,
Yeah, they
oh
do.
no. One of the supervising directors, Mark Davis, was asked about this not too long ago, and he said, I'm not sure we would have done the Indians if we were making this movie now. And if we had, we wouldn't do them the way we did back then. So, even the people involved know they're like, yikes, bad choice.
Yeah.
But it was the 50s, so the heyday of cowboy and Indian movies
Right.
and all these things. So I kind of tried to look past it.
It's a little distracting, though. Speaking still on the insensitive stereotypes, I guess, Captain Hook has a couple of kind of not okay lines. Like I said, he uses the term Redskin, which is not okay. But he also has a quote in the movie that I wrote down because I was like, I don't remember that when I was a kid. But apparently, according to Captain Hook...
Oh, yes, a jealous female can be tricked into anything.
Well, he is a bad guy.
He is a bad guy, but... Like... That's not a nice thing to say.
Walt Disney really loved the story of Peter Pan. He tried to obtain the rights to make it the second feature and before Pinocchio, but they could not secure it. And so he had to wait like 4 years, and then production was kind of falling behind. Then the war happened, and then they wanted to change the story a little bit more, and they wanted to do other things, and it got pushed back and pushed back. It's the highest grossing film of 1953.
Wow.
So Walt's money problems are starting to fade away. Yeah. This is the last Disney animated film with all 9 of Walt's 9 old men on one feature. And then this is also the last animated feature distributed by RKO Pictures, which, if you've read any Disney biographies, that was a big deal. Distribution, like those guys got a large chunk of money. And I think Walt at this point in time was like, I can do that myself. So it's Peter Pan. I'm happy to have watched it again. It's a classic.
It is. The pirates sing a lot. I totally forgot that.
And Mr. and Mrs. Darling, I thought were like faceless characters, but they're not. They're you see all of them, and they speak, and yeah.
At the very beginning, when Mrs. Darling comes in and is like trying to get the kids to go to bed, and Wendy's like, "Oh, Mother, you look wonderful," and I noticed that Mrs. Darling's dress was very, very similar to Cinderella's original pink dress that the mice made her.
Oh, right.
When she was going to go to the ball. Mm-hmm. It looked very, very similar to that.
Aha.
And I thought that was interesting.
Okay.
And I think Wendy is also voiced by the girl who was Alice.
Yes.
In Alice in Wonderland.
So she got to come back and be in a better movie. So it's Peter Pan. If you haven't seen it, see Peter Pan. These ones are short. It's an hour and 15. Next week is Lady and the Tramp.
It's my favorite.
Jess's absolute favorite movie. I'm excited. I've seen it a bunch.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So as they say in the Disney parks,
Have a magical day.